Is Royal Enfield really dropping the 500? What on earth is Motoball? And why isn't anyone showing up to the New York Motor Show? All those answers and more coming up today. So, let's start off with question number one. Royal Enfield dropping the 500cc single-cylinder thumper. So, news is broken about the new Royal Enfield Thunderbird. I'll play some video here while I talk. Look, for us in countries other than the States, it looks like just a rebadge of an existing, well, we've actually had them around for a couple of years, I should say, and we know them as a Rumbler 350. Now, what's special about these bikes? 350cc single-cylinder carbureted engine, so nothing really that special in the engine department. For those of you who aren't so technically inclined, carbureted means it's got a traditional mechanical valve that controls fuel into the engine instead of an electronic control unit. The difference there is the precision and the timing and the amount of fuel that it can actually put into the engine. Mechanically controlled engines generally have less power than electronically controlled. When we talk about when we talk about vehicles sold from a manufacturer for general road use. That's not including, of course, performance carburetors and when people start messing with them, which is when you can get some mad power out of some carbide units, or same for EFI units. Anyway, that aside, back to the story, I guess. So, with the release of the new bike, the Thunderbird, Royal Enfield has said that it's only coming out in a 350cc motor. The Indian government is also pushing forward new emissions laws. These aren't quite as strict as those that you see in the UK. However, what they will mean is that keeping a 500cc single-cylinder registerable or manufacturable will be quite difficult, hence why they're pushing all their models back to the 350cc single-cylinder, or in some other countries, I don't think they actually do sell them in India, but they've got a 650cc bike as well, and it'll be interesting to see the fate of that one. Interestingly, around the world, everywhere except India, the 500cc outsells the 350 by about double. But back in India, which actually accounts for most of the sales across that brand, they all buy the 350cc and they all stick with carbureted. Now, I know a few of you will be wondering why they don't just stick the EFI and computers on it. The main reason for that, of course, being is that in its core market in India, bikes are preferred to be repairable roadside, and that means less electronics and more fixing with a screwdriver or random parts that you've pulled off your old Royal Enfield, which also carked it. So, there you go, the more you know. What was our next question? Motoball. So, crazy sport has been popping up more and more over the internet. It's going viral a bit now. It's actually been around for a fair while, but it's basically soccer with motorbikes. Pretty cool, yeah? All kinds of dangerous. Looks all kinds of awesome. I kind of wish we did fun things like that here in Australia. But we'll wait and see. Maybe we'll do something fun next year. And lastly, it's been slow for a Monday. And part of that is fueled by the fact that not many manufacturers are showing up to the new motorcycle shows that are coming out. So EICMA actually had a pretty good display on. That's the Milan Motor Show, for those wondering. Milan Motorcycle Show. But that was full of a lot of off-brand, or not necessarily off-brand, but not major manufacturers showing up and showing off new electric bikes and things like that. Now that they've all been announced, Motorcycle Live, which was happening last week, it's done this week now. Not many new bikes were announced there, obviously, because this is the second show of the major shows in the season, and now the New York International Motorcycle Show, which is set to debut in the next 2 weeks. Look, no one's showing up to it. All the manufacturers are pulling out or announcing that they're not going. Purely citing reasons like most people get the information about the new models on the internet from people like me. So, or more their own website, they say, but I like to think I provide a service. What that basically means is we may be seeing the end of the motorcycle shows. Not a surprising thing. Car shows, or international manufacturer-driven car shows, stopped being a thing a fair while ago, excluding, of course, SEMA, which managed to make it through somehow the early 2000s and up to today, and is somehow actually growing in recent years. But again, that's a motor show that worked out what the market was doing and how they could engage with a younger audience. I don't think the motorcycle market is there yet. They're just playing the same old games. Anyway, that is all I've got for Monday. Now I'll be back on Wednesday, hopefully with some news about some new bikes. And actually, Wednesday, we're going to wrap up all the electric motorcycles for sale available right now, this minute. And Friday, Friday we'll be putting out the new electric cycles to come next year. And then we'll go back to our regular programming on Monday. Hopefully some more stuff happens through the week. If there's anything special, I'll make sure I drop a special video. Make sure you do all the things, the subscribes, the buttons, the ticks, the bells. And I will catch you in the next one. Speed safely, guys.